recording. I tried to do it live, but it didn't want to play. So, we are just making you seasick. Oh, sorry about this. It's awkward. Oops. I think that's the best I can do with lighting. I'm not quite sure. Let's see. That way, that looks good. From my perspective anyway. It looks okay. Bit of a shadow there, but... oh, that's that box. Okay. I'm going to go... my mouse out of the way. I can move it a little over here to suit my chair. Because I've got about half a metre of space. Sorry, I should have done this before. There we go. Okay, we're going to make some flowers. Now I designed and cut these. I'm basing it basically on the lily. Not quite sure which lily, not the colour. Is it a tiger lily or something like that? It's got two like that, and then I've got the leaves just slightly bigger. Anyway, one of these I actually scored it. You can see that, I actually scored it, but I don't think I'm happy with that. I don't think I'm happy. So we'll put that aside and we'll start afresh. Two of these pieces, these are 6 centimetres, roughly 6 centimetres, that's a bit longer, not to worry. Okay, I've got my spritzy, and I do want something to spritz onto. That paper will do. I've got my tools, my favourite tools. I've got some colour, and I think I'm probably going to use that one because that's a nice colour for these flowers. And then I'm going to use really nice dark forest green for the leaves. And of course we use these wipes, hand wipes. Then I've got these stamens which I'm going to put inside the flower. Now I received these from Kathy O'Sullivan when she sent her papers, albeit late, and our postal service lost it, but it eventually arrived, so that's good. Okay, I'm also going to use, because I'm going to give these a stem, so I'm also going to use, if I can find them, some stems I've made. Florist wire and florist tape, and just wound it over. So we're going to use one of these as well. Okay, let's get started. We'll take 2 of these, but we're going to do one at a time. You know, I like one at a time in case it dries out. So first up, this is just a piece of foam, that foam iron stuff that I got from Lincraft. That's where you can get that. Bit of water on there. And I'm using chalk pastels. I bought these from Spotlight, but I'm sure you can get them in any art store. try and make sure I stay in camera. Now there's enough moisture in these that you don't really have to spritz them. Which I wouldn't do for a smaller flower because they can break easily. Okay, you can see what a difference it makes just using that compared to this. It's really, so it gives you enough moisture. Okay, I'm just going to go around the edges here. Okay, my mat, stick that underneath. It's a foam mat. I'm sure you know by now what I use. Okay, we're just going to, yep, move that paper. We just give the tips of the petals just a little bit of a turn there, not too much. I'd like to use a smaller, that's better, it gives me more of a dip in there, helps our petals stand up. Okay, that's mate number 2. I haven't made a video in so long. Certainly been a while. Whoops, I keep going off camera, sorry. Now they go in together like that. But first up, what I am going to do, I've got this glimmer mist and I'm going to spritz it. It's a gold, which will go really nicely with these. Just put it on here. Takes a bit to dry, unfortunately. Depending on how much you put on, of course, and I'm usually a little heavy-handed. Okay, while I leave them to dry, I'm going to do some leaves. These ones are 7 centimetres. Oh, that's a beautiful colour. How gorgeous is that? Love it. That's called Forest. I bought these several green distress ink pads because I didn't have enough greens in my pastel chalks. They were too blue-green for me. Okay, I've got no green spritz, so I mean shimmer. So it's just going to be plain old green. Okay, I think that's enough. Let's grab our needle if I can find it. There it is. Just pop a hole inside. And just twirl your needle around a bit just to make your hole just a little bit bigger, because it's got to go into one of these. Okay, that's our leaf. How are these going? Ooh, can you see the shimmer? Oh, that is so pretty. They're dry enough to start working with. Maybe not quite dry enough. And they're damp enough to manipulate them. Okay, I'm using my favourite glue and I'm just going around the outside because remember I am going to stick a hole in there and we don't want the glue upsetting it. Okay. Shoot. Okay. Bugger. What not to do? Let's not shimmer it. Until it's finished. Or let's leave it to dry. Which I don't really have time for at the minute, so we start again. It's no big deal. I'm happy to start again. Whoops. I'm going to have to move this camera. I think that's better. Yup. poke some holes in first before we do anything else. Make sure we're in the center there. Poke our hole. Poke our needle all the way through. Cool. Now I'm going to put some glue around that hole. Make sure to line up the hole. We can still press. Okay. Doesn't matter how many times you have to do that. Make sure you've got a nice shape. This is really a pretty shape. Okay. Let's grab some of these. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go 6. Give them plenty. Okay. Now what I want to do, just give them a little twist so that you've got like a thread. Now make a knot. Push them through that loop, all of them. It's a little bit fiddly. In fact, it's very fiddly. Okay, I'm going to grab the hot glue, just put a little bit there in the center of that little knot thing, and then hold these together. Okay, here we go. Right, let's grab our stem. Obviously I'm not going to have it this long, I don't want it that long. I'm just going to go halfway. I'll cut it more if I need to. So, in the top of the stem, what I want you to do is create a little circle. Create a little circle, and then you're going to flatten it. And just push it down like that. Can you see that? This is terrible lighting. It's just absolutely shocking. So and I've pushed this stem into the circle just a little bit so that it's not quite on the edge, if you know what I mean. Hopefully you do. So we'll push that in. We're going to pop a little bit of glue on the underside of that top piece, and then we're going to pull it down. This is crazy. Okay, you can see it there. There we go. Right, so now we're going to add our leaves, and I'm going to put them right up to there. You don't have to, you can put them down lower, but I'm going to go right all the way up to the flower. Bit of glue on the leaves, and push that up. They're starting to get stiff now that they're drying up, which is good. We don't want them too curly. There we go. Now we're going to stick our stamens in. Trying to flatten that knot a little bit. There we go. Flattened it a bit. Let's put some hot glue on that. I've got a bit of shakes there. Just use our needle to maneuver them a bit, make sure they're in the centre. Now, isn't that gorgeous? That is a really pretty little flower. Now if I was making this for a card, I would bend my stem like that, and if necessary I would possibly not use a stem at all. Okay, let's do another one. Oh, don't you hate the threads from that glue? Okay, I don't have any more. Well, well. Now I'm wondering about a bud. Could I do a bud? Let's try. Let's see what we can figure out. not sure about a bud because I've got nothing to put inside. Let's see. Just manoeuvre those, just twist them a little bit. Get a little gully happening there, like that. Now let's put our hole in there before we do anything else. Another bit of stem. Some stamens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If anybody has got another way to do, I've just thought of one. I've just thought, and I've used it before. How silly of me. Take one of those stamens, wrap it around the middle, knot, and there we go. We've got something to stand them on. Fancy forgetting that. I'll blame that on COVID. Having a senior moment. Been having a lot of them lately. I'll blame that on COVID too. Okay, we're going to pop these in there. So let's put some glue around that. Pop it in there. I'll just hold it a bit till that glue is kind of set. Can you see me doing that? Okay. Now these have gone a bit stiff now, so what I am going to do is just a real, oops, quick spritz. To wet them. Okay, we're going to lap them over each other. Pop that in there. Lap it over. 100% that I like it yet. I'm concerned about the glue as well. So I'll use that glue. I wonder if that's going to be too big. We could use the same size. I think I'll use the same size. So I'm using the same size piece of flour. Gosh, I do like that green. Okay. Going to just twirl this just a little bit. Now we'll do our hole. Carefully swizzle it around. Where's our flour? Okay. Put our flour, our stem in, which is scissors. A little bit thick there. These are old scissors. Don't cut wire with your new scissors or your craft scissors. I'm just using hot glue, putting some on the leaf, and fold that up. And on the last one, and fold that up. The eye of the needle in there, in that point, if I can see it, and just pull it over. And there we have a little bud. A little bud. Oh gosh. Pretty. That is really quite pretty. I love it. These would look lovely in a little glass jar if you had made a few of them. A little glass jar. Beautiful. Okay, all I've got left now is 2 leaves, which I'll save for a future project. Unfortunately, this one has, and it's still damp from that shimmer. So if you're going to use shimmer, which gives it a beautiful look, I must admit, you can either go, just show you what another way you could do it. Put a little bit on there. Grab your wet one and just, whoops, just lightly brush it on your petals. There you go. That's going to have a little bit of a shimmer now once that dries. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to do some other flowers now too. Just put that in there. I don't know if you saw the video where I made these with the pretty little pink flowers inside, but the pack also includes something for large flowers. So let's, whoa, come here. So let's play with this. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, should have 6. Not the itty bitties, nope. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, only 5. Of course it is. Silly woman. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 4 for a big flower. 1, 2, 3 for a small flower. 2, 3, and 1, 2 for a really small one. I've got a spare. Okay. First up, I'm going to colour this. I'm going with Kaiser Craft Fern on this one. I'll get a new white, new colours, new white. I think this is still quite, oh no, I thought it might be a bit too dark, but no, it's fine. If anyone's interested in purchasing any of my flowers, my website is now up and running. I have a lot of products up there, still more to go. that we're starting. It is called stellasblooms.com, and I'd love for you to have a look and then maybe make a comment on my video here if you like the site. Okay, I've got this. What I have done, I like to run something up the middle here. That's a bit small, I think, that one. Just up the middle to bring in the edges of the stem. Okay, you can see them just brought in a little bit. These are like hands. Oops, wrong way. They're quite fragile. There's not much manipulation happening here. Just make a palm. Probably the bigger one is better. Okay, we'll leave this one to dry. And now we'll make the little flowers that go on it. I'm going to use the pale pink again. So that's my pink. Trying to get more pink on the outside, but not working too well. A small ball, smaller ball, just lightly. Then we'll go over to the yellow. I'm just going to use a paintbrush. I want just a little bit of yellow inside there. I can't remember if I put any stamens in there. I can't recall. But let's put some in. A mess, what a mess. Okay, all I'm doing is cutting off the head of the stamen. Wax some glue in the middle. You can use hot glue if you want. carefully pop that stamen inside. You don't have to put stamens in if you don't want to. Put a bead, make it a small one. Might be better to use a glue gun if you've got a fine enough nozzle. Because it dries quicker. Let's see how it goes with the glue gun. Tiny spot. Where's my pink? That's not it. That's it. Of course, there is a slightly easier way to do this, and that is to make a hole, stick your stamen in, and then glue it. Glue it to the back, the stem, you know. I'm sure you can work it out. Oops. Let's try doing this one that way. Make a little hole. Make sure you're in the center though. Cut a bit of stamen. Pop it through. Put some glue on the front over the hole. Then some glue on the back, because these are going to be flat on the leaf stem, so you won't see anything at the back. Here we go. Every little flower sits in that frond palm. Merci. Gosh, I wish someone would invent some glue sticks that don't leave threads. Okay, there's our little leaf frond. Now that will stiffen up as it dries. Okay, let's make a large flower. I'm going to use the same pink. Getting low. Just make these little edges just a little bit darker. Okay, not sure that I need yellow in the big ones, but we're going to put some anyway. Get our paintbrush. Not so great. We'll use this. Okay. Turn it upside down. I'm going to keep that on there too. Just going around the edge of those scallops to turn them over just a touch. There we go. next one. Going for that bit of yellow in there. Okay, turn it over. I'm using a large ball here because I don't want too much gathering over that. Okay, so I'm going to use the glue gun. Some glue on there, and then offset the flowers. While you're holding it, just manipulate your petals to what you want. If they're still damp, that's good. Okay, next one. I'm trying to be quick because I'm just over an hour and I don't like to keep you too long. Some yellow inside there. Indent our scallops. I think I need a new glue gun. This one's a bit messy. Okay, offset the petals again. Last one. Oops, get a bit heavy-handed there still. Stop. It's a very, very pale pink, this one. strong glue. Now obviously, now that we've, because we've used hot glue, there's going to be no way to put a stem through this. So let me just do something about these petals. I'd like them to be a little bit more indented there. That's good. It's almost like a rose, but not quite. Now we could put another one inside there to make it thicker, or we could put a bead inside. And I'm going to go for a rhinestone actually. Where are my rhinestones? Rubbish around here, honestly. No, I can't find my rhinestones at the minute. So what can we do? We can put some stamens in there. If you take, let's see, 1, 2, 3, just a little bunch of stamens. Make them all the same size if you can, or as close as possible to. Fold all that up in half. I'm gonna just hold them like that, and I'm going to put some glue right across both sides. Then use a piece of silicone so you don't burn your fingers like I just did. Okay, we're gluing them together. Then we're going to cut through the glue. Put some glue inside there. And we'll drop our bunch of stamens inside. And just move them around a bit to open them up a tad. The lighting is absolutely shocking. Nothing I can do about it, I'm afraid. But it's a pretty little flower. And of course you can add leaves. My favourite is the tri-leaf pattern that I've come up with. Pretty. Okay, so what we've done today is a pretty pink one and our pretty peach ones. Okay, that's it for now. I won't take up any more of your time. Thank you very much. Oh, look what I forgot. So you wouldn't make, yeah, look what else I forgot. You make smaller ones these, so you've got 2 more, and then a really smaller one, tiny, to make this set here. I will put together some packages which will include all to make these. Okay, thank you very much. If you joined me, thank you so much for doing so, and I'd love to hear your comments, even if it's about my bad lighting. It's a shocking thing, absolutely terrible. I just can't do anything about it unless I spend horrendous amounts of money on a lighting system, which I'm not keen on. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hopefully I won't be as long before I do another one. And don't forget, check out the shop, stellasblooms.com. Cheers everyone, bye bye.